Wendy, Cheryl Adams, Hans. Who's Hans? Mm-hmm. It didn't have a last name, it says a Hans. Go. And supposedly is some email. Okay. Everybody but the jail. I don't know if Hans is the jail. Well, we have everybody except for there's the jail. Okay. I can bring in the jail.
Hi, Judge.
How are you?
Doing good.
I don't know who any of the lawyers are, but I think all the lawyers are online with us right now.
All right. Looks like I got Haywood, Fredericks,
Yep. Megan
Miller, and Adams.
Then we have somebody named Hans on here. I don't know who that's for.
Oh, I don't know either. Oh, that's the I'm sorry, Gabrielle's dad, apparently, she said.
Gabrielle.
Her last name how do you say it? Giziki.
Giziki. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who's her? Oh, let's do that one first. Who's her lawyer?
Fredericks.
Okay, let's do that one first.
Judge.
What's going on?
Hey, there should also, Ms. Kaseki's father, Hans, is also in the waiting room, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. And he's going to testify, Your Honor.
You want him in now?
Yes.
All right, we'll bring him in now.
Thank you, Judge.
This is let's wait for him. There he is. All right. This is Gabrielle Eloise Seki. And is it just one case or is there more than one?
There's two cases, Your Honor.
Okay.
There's a state jail possession of controlled substance and a second degree engaging in organized criminal activity.
Okay. All right. And I have reviewed the mental health assessment. And did you want to call your client or her dad?
I'm going to call her father, Hans.
Okay. Oh. I don't know what that is. If you would raise your right hand, be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give me the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay. You can go ahead.
All right. What is your relationship to Gabrielle?
I'm Gabrielle's father.
Okay. And prior to coming to court today, we talked about a plan for Gabrielle's release to a rehab place. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And what is the name of the drug rehabilitation facility?
It's Sante. It's located in Argyle, Texas, near Denton.
All right. And has Gabrielle been there before?
She has.
Okay. And you talked to them and gave them your insurance information, and you're willing to, through your insurance and yourself, cover the cost of the treatment.
That is correct. Gabrielle is covered under my health insurance. This Sante is an in-network facility, and it is covered under my health insurance, and I will pay the out-of-pocket expenses for Sante.
Okay. And it's your understanding that they have a bed available today and tomorrow for Gabrielle, correct?
That is correct. I spoke with Brianna, an intake coordinator at Sante, and she said that was correct.
And you would be willing to transport Gabrielle directly to the facility?
Yes, I will take Gabby to Sante.
Okay. And upon leaving Sante, it's your understanding and Gabrielle's understanding that she's going to go live at a sober living house?
That's my understanding, and I would also agree to pay for the rent expenses at a sober living facility.
Okay. And Sante works with the clients while they're in the inpatient rehab to find a location that would work for sober living. Is that your understanding?
I believe so.
Okay. And to your knowledge, has Gabrielle been diagnosed with a mental health disorder?
She has undergone years of working with therapists. Yes.
Okay. do you believe that this would be in her best interest to be released to a drug treatment center and then to sober living?
I do.
And Sante has treated Gabrielle in the past, not only for drug addiction issues, but also for the mental health issues. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any questions from the state?
And sorry, how do you pronounce your last name again?
Last name is Gizaki.
Gizaki. All right, Mr. Gizaki. And my understanding at Sante and even the sober living, will Gabrielle be able to receive any medications there as well?
Yes, they have psychiatrists either on staff that would work with her that would prescribe any medications that she needs.
Okay. And just going back, before becoming in the custody here of the Collin County Sheriff, are you aware, specifically in September, where Gabrielle was residing and what her status was at that time?
No, Gabrielle does not live with me. She was not residing with me. She uses my, we have a mailing address.
Okay. But you're telling the court that you've set it up for her to be able to go to Sante and then afterwards a sober living, and that you would be able to transport her there. Do you have any idea of how long she would be treated and under the care there at Sante?
The typical insurance agreement is admission for 30 days. It's the approvals work on a week by week through the insurance company. And so they approve 1 week, but the insurance will cover 30 days. And then anything beyond that, you know, is based upon what agreement they can get with the insurance company.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Anything else from the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
You rest.
We'd
Anything
rest,
else
Your
from
Honor.
the state?
Yes, Your Honor, just for record purposes, I'd like to briefly read into the criminal history.
Okay.
So starting in 2016, there was a deferred adjudication for possession of controlled substance, PG1, less than 1 gram here in Collin County. Also in 2016, there was deferred probation for a possession of marijuana case here in Collin County as well. Then going to 2019, there was a theft conviction for theft from $100 to $750 in Collin County. And then in just earlier this year, in July of 2021, deferred probation for possession of controlled substance here in Collin County as well. And also in July of 2021, this year, a conviction for possession of controlled substance in Ellis County, I believe. And then also it does look like there was an arrest for fraud or use of of identifying information in Denton County. And sorry, that was a conviction for the lesser included on that charge in Denton County in May of this year. And then also a conviction in May of this year for credit or debit card abuse in Denton County. And I believe that is it.
Do you rest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any argument from the state?
It sounds like there is a treatment plan, that the main concerns are just the criminal history and some of the issues within the offense, but the state will defer to the court for treatment on this one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get you a bond today and get you out of jail on bond. You're going to go to these treatment facilities. You're going to be required to complete whatever programs are set up and any aftercare. Okay. If you don't do the full program and don't do the aftercare, you're violating your bond. You'd be put back in jail. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And once you get out of all the programs, you'll still have to report to me once a month. Expect to be drug tested every time you see me. Okay. Tony's going to tell you some other stuff here in a few minutes. You got to call her every week, check in with her, let her know how you're doing. They're going to give you all the help they can give you, but it's on you to take care of all this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Tony, do you want to fill her in on what's going on?
Yes. Just want to let you know, I'll be your case manager and the one that you're contacting weekly. When you go to Sante, make sure that you sign a release for me. and have your counselor send me a treatment letter so that we have proof that you're actually in treatment there. Dad, as for you, I can get her released at 4 p.m. today. Will you still be able to take her to Sante today?
Absolutely.
Okay, then that's what we'll do, okay?
All right, good luck. If you, like I said, if you need anything, let Tony know. If you're not communicating with Tony, we're going to assume you're on the lam and we're going to come find you, okay? So make sure you take care of this. This is your one and only shot. You won't get a second shot at this, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck. We'll see you. I'll probably see you next month or the month after. It depends on how treatment goes, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good morning.
All right.
Thank
see
you.
later. We're going to do Catherine Haywood's client next. Do you know who that is?
Okay. Kincaid. And he's only got one case, Judge.
Okay. Say that. I can't get Catherine Haywood in here. Let's try again. All right, Catherine, you're muted.
Hi, Judge
Are you? This is
Kincaid.
Mr. Kincaid. Okay. I have read the mental health assessment. And did you want to call your client to testify?
If you need to hear from him, sir.
Well, we need to hear something about his plan.
I will. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Kincaid, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir. Your
All
Honor.
right, you can go ahead.
Thank you. Okay. Nicholas, have you been diagnosed with a mental health disease?
Yes, several.
Okay. Name them, please.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Bipolar 1, PTSD, chronic depression, and severe anxiety.
Any elements of schizophrenia?
I've never been tested for that, as far as I'm aware.
Okay. And let me stop you. I want you to get tested for that if you're released on a mental health bond. Okay.
I'm absolutely fine with that.
Your mother and father have agreed that you will live with them. If you receive a mental health bond, there are certain terms and conditions. You have to come to court every month to appear before the judge, Judge Baxter. You have to talk to Tony Fox by phone each week. You have to see your mental health care provider and stay current on meds, which you were not when this offense occurred. Do you understand those conditions?
I do.
Have you been able to receive the mental health treatment in jail that you were able to receive while you were in the outside world? In other words, is the care the Go ahead.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm talking fast. I apologize.
You're fine. I've been given a mood stabilizer, but not the antipsychotic that they were giving me at Beckett Springs when I was there, and they had prescribed to me. And I did want to say that the only reason I wasn't taking my meds is because I couldn't afford them because I had just lost my insurance. So I'm whatever the stipulations are, I'm more than happy to abide by.
Thank you, Nicholas. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Does the state have any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Kincaid, so I understand that you would, if released, you would go and live with your parents. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do they live, is it in Garland where they live?
Yes, ma'am. Mhm.
Do you have any mental health services or providers there set up that you know that you could see during that time?
I was informed of Metro Care or Metro Plus, I think Metro Care, that I can use as a resource for a lot of it. And apparently my mother has already used that for my sister, who has had also issues with bipolar and things like that. So she knows exactly what to do apparently. So very thankful for her.
Okay, and will you have transportation while you're there to also get to Metro Care or wherever you can receive services?
Yeah, I do have my own driver's license and my own vehicle, and she's also willing to transport me whenever if there's any lapse in that. Because yeah, thank you.
So, Mr. Kincaid, I also just want to ask, when you originally came to the jail at the end of September, were you suicidal at that time?
No, I don't believe so. I don't believe I've been truly suicidal since last year when I almost shot myself. I haven't wanted to die. It just really have been very apathetic, I would say, and just a lot of stressors. But no, I have no intention of taking my life. I've been trying to do better every day since then. It's just always an uphill battle, it feels like.
That's okay. Answered her question.
Thank you.
Yes. Are you still being monitored right now for any suicide watch or anything at the jail currently?
No, I haven't been on suicide watch for several weeks. They actually.
That's enough.
Sorry.
That's you answered. That's okay.
And you believe that you'd be able to, if you were to be released, that you would be able to be compliant with any medications that you're supposed to be taking?
Absolutely.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
No
Yeah,
further questions.
You rest.
Rest.
And Your Honor, the state would just move to admit State's Exhibit 1 that I provided to defense counsel and also to the court, just being.
And I have received it and have reviewed it, and I'll admit it for the purpose of this hearing only.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else you want to offer?
No, the state will rest.
Any argument from the state?
Yes, Your Honor, just based on State's Exhibit 1 and the PC affidavit, there are some concerns about the defendant's behavior at the time of the arrest and his mental health status at that time. And for that reason, the state would be opposed.
Okay. Yeah, I've reviewed it. Mr. Kincaid, I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond today and give you a shot at getting better, okay? You need to get into your Metro Care services and get taking the medication you're supposed to be taking, okay? And we're going to have you see me once a month. You'll be drug tested when you come see me, and make sure things are going okay. Make sure if you have any problems to call Tony and let her know. Tony's going to talk to you here in a second and let you know what's going on. But you'll call her every week. You'll come see me once a month. You'll see Metro Care whenever they tell you to, and follow whatever plan they set up for you, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Tony, do you want to tell them anything?
Yes, Nicholas, when you get released, you should find a folder in your property. It's going to have my contact information in there and some other relevant information. I'd like you to give me a call tomorrow, if at all possible, to let me know that you made it out okay and that you know what your next steps need to be, okay?
Okay, I will. Thank you all.
All right, good luck. I'll see you in about a month or so.
Okay, sounds good.
Your Honor, will you seal the record?
Sure.
Thank you. And I want to thank Wendy for sending the offense report. That was so nice.
She's a nice person.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Too. Right. Who is Megan Miller's client?
It's Jen Secchi.
Okay, let's do that one.
Looks like he's got two, Judge.
Right. Is it a burglary of a building and resisting arrest? Is that right?
Oh.
All right. Megan, you're muted.
Sorry.
Did you want to call your client and testify?
Yes, Your Honor, I will call my client briefly.
If you would, raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm testimony about to give me the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Jinsky, would you please state your full name for the record?
Lucas Brian Jinsky.
Mr. Jinsky, we're here today to discuss the possibility of a mental health bond under 17.032. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And do you understand we're not here to talk about the underlying offense itself, just whether or not you're going to qualify for a mental health bond?
Yes.
Okay. So, Mr. Jinsky, can you please tell the judge your current mental health diagnosis?
Diagnosed with depression, anxiety.
And are you under the care of a treating psychiatrist and or psychologist for this condition?
Yes, I am.
Who are you currently or have you seen for these diagnoses?
I'm not sure the doctor's name at the moment, but it's through Life Path.
And that's Life Path here in McKinney?
Yes.
All right. And have you previously been hospitalized for your mental health diagnoses?
No.
All right. Do you recall sitting with Dr. and Dr. Bradley previous to today with regards to your diagnoses?
I believe so.
They're at Life Path.
Yes.
Okay. And are you currently supposed to be taking any medication at this time?
Yes.
And what medication are you supposed to be receiving?
Zoloft, Doxepin, and Seroquel.
And are you currently receiving those medications?
No.
Have you requested to receive those medications while in custody?
Yes.
And do you believe that if you continue to not receive your medications, your mental health is at risk for further deterioration?
Yes.
Have you had an opportunity to speak with the social worker with regards to an action plan if you're released on a mental health bond?
I believe so.
You spoke with Mr. Hill, is that correct?
Oh, yes, yes.
And you came up with an action plan that you have requested to go to Homeward Bound for treatment, correct?
Yes.
And Ms. Fox has come up with an action plan for you that if you are released, you will be released specifically to go to Homeward Bound. That Life Path will be transporting you once a bed is available based on a coordinated release with the mental health department to go directly to Homeward Bound for treatment. Is that correct?
Yes.
And are you requesting release because that's where you're going to be able to get services for your current mental health treatment?
Yes.
Are you willing to accept this treatment?
Yes.
In addition to that, you have a supportive family system that can help you get to and from court. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you've provided that information to Ms. Fox. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Jinsky, have you ever previously been arrested for or convicted of assault?
No.
All right. At this time, Your Honor, I'll pass the witness.
Any questions from the state?
Yes, Mr. Jansky, just want to make sure. So your treatment plan is that you will wait for a bed to be available at Homeward Bound, correct?
Yes.
And you're willing to wait until one is available?
Yes.
Okay, and remain there and be compliant with any treatment and medications during that time?
Yes.
Okay. And you're saying you have not been able to receive your medications while in jail?
Yes.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Anything else from the defendant?
No, Your Honor, I rest and close.
Anything else from the state?
Yes, Your Honor, the state would move to admit State's Exhibit 1 for purposes of this hearing, and then also request permission to briefly read in the criminal history into the record.
And I have received and reviewed the arrest warrant.
Thank you.
And you can read in whatever criminal history there is.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is a possession of marijuana conviction in 2005 in Bell County. There is a driving while licensed and valid conviction in 2006 out of Bell County. A conviction for fictitious counterfeit insurance documents in 2007 out of Bell County. A driving while licensed and valid with previous conviction in 2007 out of Bell County. Possession of marijuana conviction from 2007 out of Bell County. A criminal mischief conviction from 2009 out of Bell County. Driving while license invalid conviction from 2011 out of Ellis County. a resisting arrest, search, or transport deferred from 2015 out of Bell County. There was an assault causing bodily injury family member arrest. This was dismissed in 2015 in Bell County. Then there is currently, it looks like, a intoxicated offense in Denton County. And then I believe that is it for the record.
You rest.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any argument from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would be opposed just to the length of the criminal history, and then based on State's Exhibit 1 and some of the behaviors, there's a little bit of aggression and violence in the laid out in the State's Exhibit 1, the PC affidavit as well.
I can't. When did this happen?
Looks like it was on October 22nd of 2021.
Okay, so it's been a little bit over a month. Okay. All right. Is it Jinseki? Is that right?
Jensky?
Jeski. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a bond on the case. I'm kind of reluctant because of what, I mean, you almost got killed, basically. You almost had the police officer shoot you based on that arrest report. But hopefully it's the mental illness that's acting up, and if we can get you some help, maybe we can get you back on your feet, okay?
Sure.
You'll have to stay in jail, I think, until Homeward Bound has a bed for you.
Okay.
So whenever that happens, we'll get you out and get you into Homeward Bound. You're gonna have to complete the program. So whatever that program is, they set the rules and you've got to complete whatever the program is, okay?
Okay.
And then once you're done with that program, you'll come see me once a month. You'll have to talk to Tony every week, let her know how you're doing. She's gonna talk to you here in a minute, so you'll know who she is.
Okay.
Good luck, okay?
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Tony.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, Tony's gonna talk to him real fast, so if you wanna stay around.
Oh, yes, sir.
Lucas, I just wanted to tell you real quick. Last I heard, we're looking probably a week to 2 weeks on a bed, partially because of the Thanksgiving holiday, et cetera. As soon as a bed is available, we'll do a coordinated release. LifePath will pick you up and take you straight to Homeward Bound. You should get a folder when you get released that has my contact information. Sometimes that doesn't happen the way it's supposed to. So contact your attorney to get my phone number if you need. And make sure that you call me, let me know you're there, sign a release so that I can check with Homeward Bound, make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, et cetera. If you don't sign a release, then they won't talk to me and we have to assume you're not there.
Okay.
Make sure you sign that release. It's very important. Any question for me?
No.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do is just hold the bonds for now. And when y'all get to bed, let me know. I'll sign them that day so that we can get them out that day. Rather than signing them now, because I think it confuses the jail sometimes if they see a bond that's been signed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
I believe. Draylen. Is Phillips your last name or first name?
Last name, sir.
Okay, so it's Draylen Phillips, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Sherry, do you want to call your client? Testify.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you would raise your right hand to be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give me the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, Draylen, you asked me to file a motion to have this court grant you 2 PR bonds in your 2 cases, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with mental health conditions.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you are a person with mental health issues, is that correct? What's your diagnosis?
I got like depression, anxiety, PTSD.
PTSD?
Yeah, and like hallucinations, stuff like that.
Okay. And when you're on your meds, you do a lot better, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it also true that you have had some issues with substance abuse?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You previously went into an inpatient rehab, correct?
At Sante, yeah.
Okay. But you kind of fell off the wagon after that because you lost where you were staying. I mean, you didn't have a place to stay at the time, correct?
Yes, it's Samaritan Inn. Yeah.
Okay. But right now your plan is to go to your grandmother's.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to speak up. Sorry.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
That's okay. And she lives in Fort Worth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And you've been to the Fort Worth MHMR facilities before, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you have insurance, so you should be able to find an outpatient rehab treatment program. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that part of your plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is part of your plan getting back into services?
Yes.
Okay. Because you're on medication in the jail, correct?
I am, but they don't give me everything that I'm supposed to take. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
That I'm taking out there.
But do you want to continue on your medication?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you planning to look for work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you know how this works. You'll have to contact Miss Tony, who's also on here, every week and show up at once a month to this judge until your cases get filed, or well, until your cases are taken care of. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And those are kind of hard to do when you're in Fort Worth, but you have transportation, right?
Yes.
Okay. And are you asking this judge to grant mental health bonds in your 2 felony cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I pass the witness.
Any questions from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. Just, Mr. Phillips, I just want to clarify. So you would be living with your grandmother in Fort Worth, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is she your main support system?
Yes. Yes.
And where were you living prior to going into custody?
Well, I had just went to that Sante and then they got me accepted into the Samaritan Inn, and I was there for like 3 days, and they kicked me out, and then I was basically on the street. So then I lost all my meds at the Samaritan Inn when they just kicked me out, and I've just been out on the street ever since.
Okay. So you believe that you'll be able to stay with your grandmother and be compliant with your medications and make sure that you go to the MHMR services there in Tarrant County in Fort Worth, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Anything else from the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
The paperwork shows Texoma as a place of treatment. Is that not where?
What paperwork are you looking at, Judge? I'm sorry.
The bonds, Judge, that's a typo. It's supposed to be Tarrant.
Supposed to say Tarrant County MHMR. Okay.
Yes, Judge.
I'll fix it.
Sorry, I was out in left field. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Well, never mind. I'm gonna say I'll pass down that.
I'm out in left field. I know. Well, I get it.
Does the state have anything else to offer?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would request to read the criminal history into the record.
You may.
All right. All right. First, there is in 1999, there's a criminal mischief offense misdemeanor that was deferred out of Tarrant County. Then also in 1999, there is a theft of property, $50 to $500 in McLennan County. Then there's a driving while license suspended conviction in 1999 out of Navarro County. Another driving while license invalid conviction from 1999 out of Navarro County. There was an arrest for unlawful carrying of weapon in 1999 in Collin County. The disposition was unknown for that. There was an arrest in 2000 for assault causing bodily injury family member, but I believe it was Navarro County did reject that offense. There is a conviction in 2002 for fraud or destroy a removal of concealment or writing in Collin County. There is a conviction from 2005 for possession of controlled substance, PG1 in Collin County. There is a 2004 conviction for possession of marijuana in Collin County. There is a 2006 conviction for driving while licensed invalid out of Tarrant County. A 2009 conviction for theft of property 50 to 500 in Dallas County. A 2009 conviction for possession of controlled substance PG1 in Tarrant County. Another 2009 conviction for possession of controlled substance PG1 out of Tarrant County. A driving while licensed invalid conviction from 2009 out of Tarrant County, and a state jail felony possession of controlled substance conviction from 2010 out of Tarrant County. A 2010 conviction for tamper, fabricate physical evidence with intent to impair out of Tarrant County. A 2013 conviction for theft of property with 2 or more previous convictions out of Tarrant County. A 2014 conviction for possession of controlled substance out of Tarrant County. A 2015 conviction for driving while intoxicated out of Tarrant County. A 2014 conviction for possession of prohibited weapon, being knuckles, out of Tarrant County. Sorry, there's some more pages. There is a 2019 conviction for possession of controlled substance state jail felony out of Tarrant County. 2 of those out of 2019 out of Tarrant County. And then there is a 2020 conviction in Collin County for theft of property, state jail felony. There was an arrest for assault on a security officer that was dismissed by Collin County, and it looks like that pled to a conviction in 2020 for attempt to take a weapon from an officer in Collin County, and a 2020 conviction for theft of property with 2 or more previous convictions in Collin County. There is a 2020 arrest for failed to stop and give information in Tarrant County. It looks like that is still pending. There is a 2020 conviction for evading arrest or detention out of Tarrant County, and a 2020 conviction for indecent exposure in Tarrant County. There's a 2021 conviction for possession of controlled substance state jail felony in Tarrant County. There is an arrest for driving while intoxicated 3rd or more out of Dallas County that looks to be pending, along with resisting arrest and driving while license invalid. Those again are arrests that look to be pending from 2021 out of Dallas County. And then we have these offenses pending, and I believe, yes, oh, sorry. And then getting to out of, it looks to be Washington, D.C. in 2006, there was an arrest for solicitation of prostitution, but the disposition on that was unknown. And then moving to Ohio, there was a 2017 conviction for driving under the influence of alcohol. Again, that's in Ohio. Another conviction for illegal use or possession of drug paraphernalia in Ohio, and a disorderly conduct conviction in 2017 out of Ohio as well. Possession of controlled substance conviction in 2017 out of Ohio. A theft conviction out of Ohio in 2018. Theft conviction 2017, and dealing in drug paraphernalia or sale, possess, or manufacture in 2017 out of Ohio as well. And then an unauthorized use of property conviction in 2017 out of Ohio. And that's the conclusion.
You rest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. I'm going to deny bonds in all these cases. There's too much criminal history. Good luck. Thank you all.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge Draylen. I've still got some other ideas. Okay. May we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes. See you later.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Judge.
Thank you. See you.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
You too.